This message is for the sign of Scorpio or Scorpio cross-watcher. I was feeling Scorpio next, so here we go. I heard chinny, chin, chin. You know that. Well, I don't know, is it a nursery rhyme? You know that song we would sing about the big bad wolf? It's like, or the three little pigs? Is that what it is? Some of you could be the Chinese zodiac pig, or someone around you is. One of my daughters is the zodiac sign pig, the Chinese zodiac sign. But anyway, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. How many times did I say anyway? So I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in or down. I don't remember how it goes, but basically that's what I was hearing when I was sitting with your energy before I started the video. And I got a clear message for whoever's watching this video. Scorpio or Scorpio cross-watcher, this could also be reversed. Take it as it resonates. May resonate in the near future. Somebody, they don't want to let you go, or even if you've already let them go. Some of you, it's somebody you got right now, and they don't want to lose you. Some of them, they've already lost you, and they still haven't actually let you go. But it's like, they ain't about to do any different. And I hate saying that because I do believe that people transform. I mean, if they want to. It's certain people, not everybody. It can happen, you know, but I don't, what's that saying? Like, you don't want to sit on the potential of somebody. You don't want to be with somebody for the potential of who they can be, or who that you know they are, but they're just not realizing who they are yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave me vibes of like a big bad wolf, someone who kind of has a really, I'm hearing, inflated ego that either you're currently with, or you've been with, or you dealt with somehow romantically. Ooh, I hear somebody spinning out. Oh my God. Dealt with somehow romantically. Ooh, I hear somebody spinning out. Oh my God. It's snowing. See, you gotta be careful. Thank you. That's part of the message. Be careful. I feel like I should go check. That sounded really bad. I didn't hear him crash, but I don't like that. Let me write that down for I forget. Spinning out. Traction. If you're spinning out, you don't really get good traction. No traction. Don't get good traction. It doesn't catch. It feels sticky to me, guys. Like the snow sticking to the ground, making it dangerous for people to drive. It feels sticky to me here. Not on your behalf, unless it's reversed, but I don't feel it. It feels the majority like someone here, they've got a lot of work to do. Whereas you're constantly doing work on yourself. You're constantly trying to be the understanding one and trying to hear the person out, whether it's a current person or a past person, you know, like having empathy for someone and caring for another individual and just really having all this love. Like, it's just very patient and almost like somebody knows that. I don't like that, though. It's like somebody almost is confident that either you ain't gonna leave them because you love them so much, you'll just put up with how they are, or you'll take them back. They just gotta know what to say to you. And it's like, do they know you? I don't know. I feel like you may not be as naive as somebody thinks that you are. Maybe they don't even realize they think that you're naive. They could be just as like shut off to it themselves. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's like, let me think of scenarios. I'm going to think of some scenarios. So let's say you're with somebody. Let's talk about those of you who are in a relationship with someone. If this resonates, not all of you, this is going to resonate for. Some of you could be with someone who it's like really, even if they don't mean to be, like, and could be what's hard, is you could be like, you know, this person has a good heart deep down and they are a loving person, but it's like they also have a side that's very selfish, that's almost out of touch with actual reality, and they're very aware of their own feelings, but somehow not as aware of yours, or sometimes they can appear as if they're aware of yours, but is it a manipulation? Like, you can read them. It doesn't make you love them any less. Now, this is if you're in a relationship with them. You don't love them any less, but it's very frustrating because you can feel like there's layers to this person, as there are layers to all of us, but there's something about them, your partner. I don't know. It's something endearing and you love them so much, but then there's also something that's frustrating as shit. You know, it feels like a typical relationship to me. I mean, the ones you see in the world. You know, and I don't mean that in a hateful or negative way. It just feels typical. It feels like what people say. You know, you get in a relationship. Now, I don't know if I subscribe to that and believe in that, but that's what relationships are. I don't know. But most people will say that. You'll hear people that talk about relationships. It's like the norm, you know? To not always be like roses and kittens. I don't know. I'm getting a really conflicting vibe from your partner. I'll talk about the ones that are single in a minute, but if you're in a relationship with someone, I'm feeling it strongly. It's like, oh my God, you love them and they can be so sweet and kind and loving and gentle and caring and thoughtful, and there's a lot of things about their personality you could really like. You could admire them for certain things, but then there's this other side that you may not even express this to your person. Some of you may, but for the most part you may not. You may just think it, or you notice something that maybe they don't realize you notice. Maybe they think that by being sweet and doing certain things you'll just overlook it. I don't know. Okay, like some of you could be with someone and you could be like, I think my partner has a drinking problem, but I don't want to say that to them because they kind of downplay it, like, oh, I had a bad day, I got a headache, I need to drink a beer, I need to drink some whiskey, I need, you know, but they won't admit it, that they do it a little much, it's a little excessive, it's a lot. They could be developing some sort of a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or someone here could maybe, I can speak on an eating disorder because I'm overcoming one and I've had it for 16 years. So let's say someone has an eating disorder and I don't know if they overeat or they binge and then purge or they don't eat, but they always have a reason instead of just being open. I mean, maybe they are open, but to a degree you see like maybe a tad bit of relapse, or I don't know, somebody's seeing something in their partner that maybe their partner, they can tell that their partner isn't wanting to admit this about themselves yet. Maybe they have a spending problem. Maybe they spend a little too much. And then they may even admit it. I don't know. I get that a person would admit it sometimes and be like, yeah, I know that you don't. But it's almost like, okay, you're saying you're aware of this. Like, but I don't know. Do you guys get where I'm going with this? Like, I don't even know where to move forward with it because I haven't had a relationship in so damn long. Like, I wouldn't know how to handle it. I wouldn't know how to move about that situation. Like, what do you do? What do you say? I don't know. I just can almost feel you and them, vice versa if it's reversed. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's like maybe there's going to be a need for a sit down and a talk with your person and just kind of be like, hey, let's talk about some things. I don't know though, but maybe you think this person isn't going to really handle it well. Like, I don't know. There's like a side of them. I almost want to title your message, There's a Side of Them. And I don't know, I don't want to make that sound anyway or insinuate anything. It's just, there's a side of them. That's how I'm hearing it. And you're aware of it. You're hyper aware of it. They say they're aware of it, or they give off, I don't know, but it's almost like just to kind of, like, I would think this is actually a really smart person. Yeah. They're very smart, your partner, or the other party, whoever your partner is, whether you're married or not. They're very smart. But is it sometimes that they know what to say. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but yeah, it's like there is another side of them. All right, so if you're not in a relationship and you guys are single here, I'm having a hard time speaking. It's like as I go on, I need more water. So I'll get a water after I get off this, but there's another side of them. Chinny chin chin. Well, same thing. If you're single though, I would take your time. With somebody to make sure, because a lot of times, especially if somebody's trying to rush you or anything or something like that, because there's parts of a person that you aren't gonna see up front, and you may not like it later on. So I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll It's possible the person that you care for, single or not, single or with somebody, has some sort of mental or physical abuse in their past, in their history. And they could be a little unpredictable. But can't we all? I can be unpredictable as hell. Like, very. Oh, yeah. I mean, even they say that about Scorpios. Or Crosswatcher. Whoever's watching this video, everybody can be unpredictable. I mean, not everybody even knows. They could blow up and then be like, and I mean they as in anybody, could blow up and then later on be like, oh, I didn't even know I was going to do that. Like, I didn't even know, man. Like, I'm sorry. You know, we can all do that. It's just kind of like a caution. Be cautious. Be watchful, be mindful, be observant. I think that you already are, though. I don't know why I would need to tell you this. And I say that because, you know, I picture the wolf, like, with the 3 little pigs. I hope I'm saying this right. 3 little pigs. 3 Little Pigs story.
According to Wikipedia, The 3 Little Pigs is a fable about 3 pigs who build their houses of different materials. A big bad wolf blows down the first 2 pigs' houses, which are made of straw and sticks respectively, but is unable to destroy the 3rd pig's house that is made of bricks.
Okay, this is not for everybody, but some of you, you're going to get with a person like this, or you're going to meet someone like this if you haven't already. Maybe you're currently involved with them in some way. Someone may say, not for all of you, but someone may say, everyone that I've ever been with before has been this, has been that. You know, one was treating me like straw, one was like this. My relationships were weak, or they were abusive. And it doesn't mean it's not true. It could be very true. But then when they get with you, or when you involve yourself with them in some way, whether you get with them or not, somehow you link up, and then it's kind of like almost this, you're their like saving grace in a way, but it's like, I can't be your Superman, you're Superman, you're Superman. So, I mean, not that you don't want to be, but at the same time, woman or man, it kind of puts the weight on your shoulders of like, wait, have we like fully dealt with our trauma from before? That's the vibe I'm getting, is like, has someone truly dug deep, you know what I mean? Because what happens when you guys have like really bad days? Like, as long as you're allowed to have your bad days, as long as you're allowed to have your moments, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's almost this vibe of like, I can't even break down because the person I'm with, like, I'm kind of the glue here. They would lose it. They couldn't support themselves without me, or they couldn't mentally handle it without me, or at something along those lines, or I'm hearing big shoes to fill. It's like somebody puts you on a pedestal here, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. Do you hate it? Do you love it? I don't know, but it just feels like something you're not gonna deep down like. Whether you let on to that or not, you may just be like, I mean, what happens if I need a moment? What happens if I say no? Like, actually say no, or break down myself. Have an anger moment one time. Or if you're not with somebody, if you're like, what happens if I don't respond to this person or decide they're not the one? Are they gonna go crazy? You know, is it one of those situations? Because a lot of times you'll see it. Now, not all the time, but a lot of times you'll see it where people will put somebody on a pedestal. And, you know, the moment that you do something that they aren't comfortable with, or that they don't like, or that kind of triggers some sort of trauma, they'll rip you right off that pedestal. It's like I see a vision right now of, you ever see people with a table, the tablecloth, and all the dishes on it, and they rip the tablecloth, but it's like you're not expecting it. You know what I mean? It's like those vibes of, this could be really bad if it were to end, or it could be really bad if I were to walk away from this person. Like, they might go off the deep end. Why do I get those vibes? And if it's someone who's wanting back in, like I picked up initially, they give those vibes of like, I mean, even if you were to tell somebody, I mean, God forbid, even with this person, you were to tell them you were moving on, or you weren't interested anymore, even if you did it sweetly, I feel like they wouldn't really take no for an answer, even if they were silent about it, you know? They feel very smart to me, but almost sticky something here. It's like they could lose control, just like the vehicle did, where they don't know how to stop. The vehicle couldn't stop. They can't control their emotions, or they won't be able to. They have this tendency, or could, might, may. Maybe their birthday is in May. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I don't know. Your energy feels fine if this isn't you. If it's not reversed and it's not you, your energy feels fine. It actually feels very stable. Whatever stable is. It just feels like level-headed. Whoever's watching this video, you feel very level-headed, very grounded for the most part. Doesn't mean you don't have your emotions and your days, but you've done a lot of healing. You continue to do healing, or you work on yourself a lot. And you have a wise energy about you, a very wise soul. Calming almost. You have a calming presence. I feel calm in your energy. But then when I connect to this person, it's scary. I don't want to say scary. It's not the right word. See, why am I being so careful with what I say, too? I feel like that's part of the message. I know I said I was about to go, but it's like I need to be careful, like walking on eggshells, because I don't want to offend, or I don't, and that's not actually what I'm doing. It's just what I'm picking up on. It's like it's connected somehow. But okay, now I'm going to go. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you later. Bye.